Hi, my name's Morgan Drew, and, well, I'm kind of a new face here. I had a script, and many of my teachers know that I'm a very scripted person and very organized, so me going off script right now, I don't know, maybe a little risky. But I attended Chaparral until 4 weeks ago, and I'm a junior. Originally, I graduated from All Saints as an 8th grader. I don't know if any of you know of that school, but it's a class of 64, which that for me seemed like a big school. 64 people per person, or per grade is pretty big. And so I still felt like it wasn't huge, but you know, it was big. It was a good size. And so when I graduated from there, I loved the feeling of the small school. But at the same time, as our principal was talking about, most of the kids want to talk about the social aspect of everything. I was thinking in the back of my mind that I want more kids, I want more friends, like, I want to have fun, and I know that I feel like the only way that I could have fun is if I went to a big school. So I made the change going from a class of 64 to a class of 640. Okay, to say that I felt like a small fish in a big pond is a major understatement. I was completely lost. I had no idea where I was going, and I was running into people left and right, and I didn't know what I was doing. But after, I want to say after about a month, I kind of got situated with Chaparral. And I was going through the class, I was going through the routine. I went to school, I played volleyball, I did homework. And that was just pretty much the routine every day. I never talked to my teachers. They didn't really know my name. And I know that might be hard to believe, but like, I was in all honors classes, so there's a lot of people that go to Chaparral that want to be in honors classes. So there's about 40 kids in each honors class, especially with the economy not doing so hot right now. So there's a lot of people in the honors classes. So at one point in one of my classes, people were sitting on the ground. And it was nothing against the teachers, but all they could do was teach for a test, because it's not like you can be an individual teacher. Like, I can't personally talk to one person here when there's 40 other people. So they had to teach for the test. And no class was specific to another class, like no relation whatsoever. So I could have 5 tests in one day, which is, for a person who wants to do well, is very hard. So I created a system for myself, which was memorize for the test, take the test, and then forget the information. I had no information by the end of freshman year. If you asked me what I learned last year, sophomore year, I would have no idea. I just know that I memorized a lot, and then I forgot it after the test, because I couldn't actually learn it, I didn't have time. All I could do was memorize. So at the end of sophomore year, I mean, I'm not going to say that I didn't like it, because I liked the social aspect of it. I liked having friends, and I liked everything about it, but I didn't feel like I was learning anything. And so when I talked to my parents, I was like, I love Chaparral, I do, but I'm not getting anything out of it. And I want to do well for myself when I get older, and I can't do that at Chaparral because I'm not getting anywhere. And so they talked to me about different schools that I could go to. Xavier is one of them, which is where most of my friends at All Saints went, and that was still a huge class size, all girls, and so I knew that wasn't the best place for me either. And then they talked about other different schools, and my dad actually was driving by this campus, and he had never heard of Tesseract before, and so then he saw it and decided to look it up. This was Friday night, he told me about it, and then he went and called Mr. Solk and said, look, my daughter's unhappy, we want a small class size, we want her to be able to learn, what can you tell us about it? And he said, come in whenever you want. We want you here, just come in and we'll talk to you. So the next day, I remember I was talking to Mr. Solk, and all he was saying was, it's about you. It's about how you interact with people. It's about how you interact with the teachers. And I had never really actually heard that before. I had mostly heard, it'll prepare you for college, it'll prepare you for this, it'll prepare you for that. But it was never just saying, you will get the experience and you'll be able to talk with the teachers. You'll be able to interact with different people. You'll be able to do specific things and be an active participant. And so it was really interesting to me. So that was Friday night. It sounded interesting, so then Monday morning I shadowed. And I came here, it was crazy going from 64 to 640 to 15 kids. Like, that is, I went from one spectrum to the other. And I have to say that I loved it because I could not have felt more at home. No person will judge you for who you are. I mean, I'm sure many of you guys know this because you've been here before. But if you act weird one day, as many of my teachers know, everyone has those days. No one cares. The teachers treat you like, you know, you're a kid, that's what you do, and they laugh with you, and they have fun with you. And the kids aren't going to look down at you like, wow, what are you doing? And so I really love that aspect because at Chaparral I wasn't able to be myself. I had friends, as I said, but I wasn't able to be myself. And so here I'm really able to be myself, and the teachers are really able to speak to me and work with me. Like, sorry to single you out, Mr. Whitson, but I was, one night I had an essay that I had to write for him. I wrote it, I sent it to him. He sent it back to me with corrections. He read the entire thing and corrected it. And then I rewrote it again. This was about 9 o'clock. And then he read it and sent corrections back to me. And I've never had a teacher actually stay up until 11 o'clock just waiting for my response just so that he would be able to teach me. So, I mean, I know you guys have had this experience, but for me it was a great one just because I loved it. And so thank you.